Good morning, everyone. It's the 14th of December. We're here in Kelso, trying to get to the supermarket. Now, what's funny about the Scottish borders is the Scottish National Party, the SNP, the power-hungry little control freaks, they have imposed a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit in every single town in the Scottish borders, over 80 towns. Now here I am, traveling along at a law-breaking 23 miles an hour, and it's a bit funny. You know, I'm just gonna film until a cyclist or a pedestrian passes me so you can see how great our dear leader here in Scotland is looking after the lives of all the kids and grannies and granddads. Hell, you know what? This feels a bit fast. If we did 10 miles an hour, just 10, imagine the lives we could save. Anyway, that's enough. I've made my point. Here we are, climbing up the hill at a gut-busting 19 miles an hour. There's a police car, top of the hill, second from the front. So everyone is below 20 miles an hour, because the Lothian and Borders Police will take you away for your anti-communitarian, anti-social speeding. I've done over 9,000 miles. Hey everyone, this video is brought to you by Dave. Now Dave is a friend of mine and has been for many years. And after a story, well, on Instagram he's a watch collector and he posted a watch and I said, oh, my dad, when he was a ship captain in the 60s and 70s, had that same model in Japan. My dad was working, oh Jesus, I don't know what town. Certainly wasn't Tokyo, Nagasaki, or Hiroshima. Actually, it could have been Nagasaki. I'll check with my dad. It was Nagasaki. Jeez. So Dave goes, oh, how nice. Can I donate something to you? And what did the good guy do? He gave me the updated version of the same watch my dad had in the 70s in Japan. And of course, it's a Japanese watch. Now, what time is it? Guys, it's 4:20. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Things you own end up owning you. I am Jack's complete lack of surprise. Marla, I found this group first. So let's get this straight about the British justice system. There was a 28-year-old roofer. He had a girlfriend on the Isle of Man. So what did the James Bondian hopeless romantic do? He got a jet ski and he jet skied 25 miles from the mainland to the Isle of Man to see his girlfriend. He got arrested for that, and he got a 4-week prison sentence. Now I'm just looking at a video of a thug in an optician's last year who grabbed a shop worker round her throat, held a knife to the blade to her neck. The police, armed police, trying to stop him. Eventually they got him, and the utterly terrified shop worker survived, and he got 6 years. So, what? How can a man get 4 weeks in prison for the love of his girlfriend? I mean, and who did he put at risk? Himself? Or his 20-something girlfriend from COVID? Oh no, 4 weeks. Yeah, you can literally rob a shop, have a hostage with a blade to her neck, making a woman think she's gonna die, have an armed standoff with the police, and you get 6 years. You'll be out in 3, maybe 2.5 years with good behavior. Hi everyone, good morning. Tuesday the 15th of December. So last night and this morning, I awake to Matt Hancock's baby face saying that Christmas is in jeopardy because there is a new strain of the COVID-19 coronavirus. Now, the word strain I see coming a lot out of the liberal states of America and Holland, and the people that want to sell you a 20 bag, you know, they got a brand new strain. Try this one, Jack Herrera, White Rhino, G13 Harvester OG. So, Matty Hancock, who had a little tear in his eye when he saw someone getting a vaccine, he's like, beautiful. So, he's come on TV and he's like, we must fight Oceania. Soon victory is ours. 2-minute hate. Brand new strain of the virus. The book 1984 is incredible in how it's full of resources that you can delve into. And it'll tell you a lot about man's character. But I think the most important part of 1984 is the exploration of the intoxication of power and the line, power for power's sake, for its own sake. Now, you need to understand that thrill and that desire that men, mostly men and women, of course, they get for unbridled, unstoppable, supreme power. Now, why do men go for power? Why is Matt Hancock thoroughly enjoying the position he's in? Life is suffering, and the older you get, the more you suffer. The more you realize you're not that important. A lot of people that you care about and want and love will walk away from you. You're going to suffer a lot. The people you love are going to slowly wither away and die. And it's an absolute lottery, complete lottery, whether you, as a child, as a sacred little divine baby, have a good upbringing or a bad upbringing. And complete lottery. And if you have a bad upbringing, then your hatred of being can be very set in stone. Now, I'm not saying Matt Hancock had a bad upbringing and that he hates being, but he's a effing politician. And you just have to look at his face and in his eyes to see that he's out of his depth and that he's not a sincere man. Oh, he's beautiful. Look at tears. George Orwell talked about the intoxication of power. Intoxication being a heady, dizzying feeling of like, whoo, like a massive line of cocaine, like a shot of heroin, like a massive drag on a turbo bong with the world's strongest strain. That is intoxication. Alcohol, whoo, drunk. And what Orwell means by the intoxication of power is, I guess, serial killers and murderers and rapists and drill sergeants. They feel this. A weird leap. Sorry, you know my brain. Just bear with me. Serial killer, drill sergeant, slightly different beings there, but both intoxicated by power. And I think when you see videos of leaked videos of some guy in a slaughterhouse, an abattoir, and he, for no reason, just starts beating the little piglet or the lamb, or he's torturing the cow, and he's breaking the law. You're not allowed to do that to any living creature. I think that is the incredible adrenochrome, endorphin, adrenaline thrill of supreme power. You know, you're a withering piece of shit human being. All of a sudden, you have the power of Satan or the power of God over your underlings, over your object. Now, politicians are no different. Oh, why did it take me 5 minutes to explain this point? Maybe that is the whole point of this video. Politicians are no different. They say it's show business for ugly people. And there's that, you know, you see actors, Hollywood, theater. These are people desperate for attention. Maybe even YouTubers. but desperate for attention, want to perform. The show must go on. As Freddie Mercury said, he wants to bring you something from the heavens and give it to you on stage. What's that? Oh, how did the film end? You know that film with Rami Malek? He won the Oscar for playing Freddie Mercury. And at Live Aid? He did, yes, Radio Gaga. Watch the Live Aid version of Radio Gaga, the real one, from 85, I think. Compare it to Rami Malek's version in the Queen film. What's it called? Bohemian Rhapsody. So, look, okay. Bring something beautiful from up there, give it to you guys. Or you can find something beautiful in the very people out there. You can grab them, you can control them, you can twist them like a wet rag, and out drips all your chemicals, all your needs as a power-hungry person. And what I see, after 5 minutes research, I woke up, new strain of the coronavirus. So I tip on the internet. What does it mean? Who's found it? Is it dangerous? Is it going to wreck Christmas? No. Turns out, every virus on Earth is mutating. Every virus on Earth that is common cold, seasonal flu, other viruses are always mutating. How do I put this? If we're going to use a Darwinian evolution viewpoint here for a moment, if you look at finches in the Galapagos Islands, over tens of thousands of years, each island in the Galapagos had different types of seed, and the same finch over tens of thousands of years developed either a long beak, a short, stocky beak, a medium beak, a woodpecker type beak, because it adapts. And it's not complicated to figure out why that happens. The ones with the gooder, the better beaks, are more likely to pass on their genes to their kids, more successful at getting nutrition, more likely to attract a mate because the plumage is very nice. And next thing you know, the correct beak. So with a virus, it's like that, but it doesn't take tens of thousands of years. There's, in each human body that is infected, hundreds of billions, trillions of iterations of the virus. So for the virus, an hour might be like 1,000,000 years. So when they say, there's a new strain, a new genetic strain of the coronavirus in the southeast, London, tier 3. Very, very silly. And I love the way the media and the press, and they use their legalese. And you know, like, if someone were to say to you, like, such and such is a good place to go, and they say, yeah, it's a great place to go. There's no evidence that any kid's ever been hurt there. It's a great place. Let's go. Disneyland, whatever. But reading the articles yesterday, it's like, new strain found. There is yet no evidence to say it will be worse than the standard strain. So you need to understand what they mean. They don't mean it's not any more dangerous. They just mean there's nothing yet to indicate. Like, let me just pause this for a second so I think of another good example. Yeah, for example, you could look at a heavily pregnant woman and you could literally say correctly, there is no evidence she has a baby. But you'd be wrong. Of course, there is no baby in her arms. The baby's still yet to be born. But you could clearly say there is no evidence she's pregnant. So what does Matt Hancock want? He wants to be powerful, respected, have men and women fall at his feet, have 70 million people obey his directives. Yeah. Lord Hancock. Deal in your absolutes, Lord Hancock. We've gone so, like, I don't know, jaded. Pathologically jaded is the correct word. Jaded, we are jaded. That we're so desensitized and I guess dehumanized and forced to live without dignity that we read in the news. It'll say, Matt Hancock, or whoever, is lined up. He's got his shares in the pharmaceutical companies, and if he does his job right, he is looking at a bumper pay packet from his share portfolio this year of £12.3 million. Now, I think if society was a whole bunch of me's, that wouldn't happen. Someone in his immediate life, in his household, at his work, would grab him by the throat and say, Matt, you got to sell those fucking shares, mate. I'm sorry. If you're in government, you can't be doing mass health directives. You can't be doing mass face nappy, anti-birth face directives at the same time as you profit from your own decisions to the tune of 12.3 million. Sell those shares or get out of government. And he'd be, okay. But nowadays, we accept it. The show carries on. Now, I want to end on a very conciliatory note. That I know I'm not perfect. I know I don't have all the answers. I know that as a kind of jack of all trades YouTuber, I don't have the intensity or the intelligence or the dedication to do something truly beautiful. But one thing I do have is balls. And now, is balls born from suffering? It's not that, oh wow, I'm so brave. It's that I've suffered enough. And either you suffer and you go bitter and twisted and nasty, or you suffer enough that you peek briefly above the wall and you see something quite magnificent. And then you draw a line in the sand. Because you've seen heaven. And you've been very tolerant of the mistakes of the people around you who are inadvertently bringing in hell. But there is a line in the sand that once you've seen that beautiful transcendental object at the end or at the start of time, once you know what love is, once you care about other people more than yourself. Well, this has taken a slightly emo turn. What I'm trying to say is that there comes a point in every man or woman's life where they have to drink from the water fountain that says whites only. They have to sit at the back of the bus or the front of the bus like Rosa Parks. You have to say no to the effers in ancient fucking Greece and take your soldiers to the hot gates, even though the spiritual politicians have been corrupted. You still got to do what's right. And I like to end my videos in the climax, but there is no climax. There is no amazing thing behind the curtain. And if I can end on a tiny bit of wisdom, which 99% of you will think is bullshit and won't understand, is that every single person on earth, even the very worst, even the very disgusting people out there who do disgusting things, all the way through to your average office worker, housewife, children, baby, surgeon, politician, even Matt Hancock. Every single person is a Zen master. And when you understand what Zen is, then you realize any attempt to attain enlightenment or to go on a path or to meet a guru or to harness your energy to look at spiritual truths, you'll go absolute full circle